All right, so over the next 2 weeks, what we're going to be working on is a slab-built vase form pair. All right, so a pair of vases, like a set of vases. Now, they can be pretty simple. So you could just make a couple straight cylinders. Now, vase forms are typically bigger than cups, so we're going to want these to be a bit bigger. Maybe you make a small one and a big one. So maybe it's as simple as I'm going to make a couple cylinders. Now, if you're just going to go simple with the form like this, I would want you to either put some sort of texture on the slab before you built the cylinder, or do some sort of carving, some sort of design. Remember, as you make the slab, you can push fabric into it. You can push organic material, leaves, whatever, some sort of patterned cloth into it, so that then this has a texture, and then the glaze will kind of interact with it. You can do that, so at least that, cylinders with at least texture, but then you can also use darts if you want to change the form. Now, so, that's what I've done here with this one. I've got a bottom on it. I'm looking at it being like this. Not the most ideal vase, it might tip over. But another thing is, you dart and you're like, oh, I kind of like it, but I don't really like it. So you can dart again, right? You can take more darts out of an area. So I might take another dart out of here. Now, one of the things that's happening with you guys when you're darting some of the cylinders that have gotten dropped off, maybe you're putting too much slip in there, but what you're not doing is you're not getting enough overlap. And what I mean by that is here I've slip and scored a little bit, but not too much, because a lot of this is timing too, the clay being the right dryness. What we really want to do here is we really want that to go edge to edge, right? So then I'm taking this material and I'm totally pushing the material from one over top the other. All right, so I'm really moving quite a bit of material. A lot of people, your darted cylinders, some of the joints have cracked a bit. So it's about moving that material. It's kind of like coil building in that aspect. All right, so you can see now that I've taken that second dart out of there, I kind of like that line better than it kind of ending right here and then going straight. You guys see the difference? This one goes almost all the way to the top, this nice taper right here, whereas this one's a little bit less. So you can start to make considerations like that. Now, I do want you though, I want them to be a vase set. So I want them to relate to each other, all right? So you'll make one this week and you'll make one the next week. Now, if you want to, go ahead and put, handles. If you want to put some handles on the vase, you can do that, right? Refer back to the handle demo. Good practice with the handle, that's great. Also, we've learned lids, right? So if you want to do lids, you could also think about making jars, all right? But the minimum would be 2 cylinders, all right, that relate to each other, and they would have some texture on the surface. And of course, you can take it as far as you want. You can dart it. Now, remember, the other thing is we have coil building skills too, right? So that'll come next though. That'll be the next assignment, where we're coil building and slab building in the same piece, multi-technique building. All right.